It's Beatles 832 back again with another edition of the Daily Deck. And to suggest this, there's a few decks to tell you about on Kickstarter. A few things. Went a bit too far. First of all, one new deck of cards is the Lakota playing cards by Christina Badhand, which is an interesting name for someone who's creating a deck of cards. I guess he has a lot of bad hands, I don't know. Anyways, small problem with this one. The art is nice. It's a Native American themed playing cards inspired by Lakota lore. It's nicely done for the most part. I just want to double check something. However, I don't think it's going to get funded because she's asking for 25 bucks each. And for 10 bucks you can get a mini deck. Not only that, she's actually listened, from what I can tell, and she's actually dropped the playing cards to 10 bucks each, plus $5 shipping, which is awesome. Originally, she was asking for $25 for each deck, and a mini deck for 10 bucks. But she's made some changes all of a sudden. The back design, however, is not very good at all in my opinion. I like the faces. They got a dirty, worn out feel, and the court cards are nicely done. Different animals and Native American people, and they list every one. The aces, they look like they went crazy with spray paint over the pips. I mean, they look nice, but it just looks like there's spray paint all over the pips, and there's even looks like blood dripping on the hearts and diamonds, which is interesting. But the back design is a very blatant one way. It's kind of like plaid, and then it's got all 4 pips on it, and they're all facing the same direction and everything, and it's just, I don't know, I'm not liking it. The faces I like, the backs, not so much, so I'm going to pass at this point in time, unless he changes it, and I just don't see it being successful at this rate. However, it is good that she reduced the price, apparently. And she was claiming it was so high because each card is very detailed, and it took some time to create, and also to cover the shipping costs. And she didn't know how to adjust the price, but I told her you could just add new tiers and lock the other ones, and she made some changes, so that's good. And I pretty much said, you know what, there's countless decks on Kickstarter that are beautiful, even more beautiful than this one, for the record, in my opinion, and they don't charge that much. I have to make another recommendation here, though. The back design is ridiculous. It has nothing to do with Aboriginal or Lakota lore. It's just 4 pips. On to more crapola, sort of. Another deck is a relaunch of the Slick playing cards from some guy in England. In the UK, he's looking for 12,000 pounds or 10,000 pounds for this. 10,000 pounds. The box isn't bad looking. It's going to be USB-C. The back design is improved. It's got more line work on it and everything. It still has a couple of interlocked S's in the center, which looks like an ambigram almost. The faces, again, I like what they did with the pips. Custom layouts, nicely done. The ace of spades has similar line work to what you see on the back design. The court cards, however, not so much. The court cards, all he did was he took the heads off the court cards, enlarged them, and put the weapon on there. So the King of Hearts still has his sword going through his head. The King of Spades looks like he's resting on his sword, like he's impaled on the sword. And then the Queens, the Jacks, they're just heads. That seems a little bit lazy again. It says it's a limited edition deck, so however many decks are ordered on this Kickstarter campaign, that will be the final number printed. But that's not how it happens. The USPC requires you to buy 2,500 minimal. So if he's thinking he's going to get like 1,000 decks or whatever he sells, that's going to be a problem. But I'm pretty sure he knows it. But again, the back design is, it's okay. The face is pretty nice. The court cards, not so nice. And I just don't know how I feel about this. The only thing slick about this deck, aside from the name, is the number of cards, in my opinion. Then, another deck of cards that I saw, I think I mentioned it yesterday, is the so-called Celtic-inspired bicycle deck of cards. It actually says Bicycle Celtic series, and it's Celtic, not inspired. And it just features Gaelic text for all four suits. So the index says there's no pips and there's no numbers or letters. It's Gaelic words. So the Ace of Hearts says Aeon Hearts or something like that. If he can't even pronounce that. The Jokers or something else. It actually says Joker on top and bottom as well of the Joker, but not the number card. So for me, the back design on these ones, by the way, looks like a steamboat in black and white, mostly white. The numbers, I mean, I like the pips and everything. The Jokers is alright. The box is nice. But I have no idea what the court cards look like, or the Ace of Spades, and all I'm seeing is a couple of hearts. He's got like a 7 of hearts and an Ace of Hearts, a back design, and a Joker. And I don't know how the back design fits with the theme. Also, for some reason, he's got Bicycle Celtic series. The front of the box is actually on the part with the flap on the back, which is backwards, and then on the other side it just has a cross, Celtic cross, whatever in the knot, whatever it's called, and there's just not enough art for me to base it on. But from what I'm seeing, I'm not a huge fan of it, and it's too hard for anyone to use for games or Magic or anything like that when you can't even read what the hell the card is. You have to actually count how many pips there are to figure out what the hell it is. So as a few decks, I'm obviously passing on. And there's more. There's more. I just gotta find them first. The design deck, I see that has a nice new box, which looks pretty cool. But the rest is still the same one-way back design and everything. It is funded, but it's not my cup of tea. Okay, another one that I discovered is the Lord playing cards. Lord stands for League of Royal Defenders, and the idea is court cards that are superheroes. And he says on here, Lord, the League of Royal Defenders Ever wondered what the court cards would like if they were heroes? A super kind? I mean, that's not even very good grammar. He is from Australia, so his grammar should be better than that, in my opinion. It's not like he's from Europe somewhere, where he doesn't speak English or anything like that. It's a USB-C deck. The court cards, and he's got a nice video. The court cards, each one has a different superhero based off of your kind of a standard court card. Looks pretty cool. I like what I see. All the indexes are white, however, and the only difference being hearts and diamonds have red backgrounds, spades and clubs black backgrounds, which are going to make them stick out like a sore thumb in a deck of cards. Well, these ones must be spades and clubs. These ones are going to be hearts and diamonds because they're red. And that's it. I don't see a back design. I see a couple of jokers apparently. I see a wax seal. I see something that is a one-way design with a wax seal that I hope is not the back design. If it is, it's not good. But until I see a back design, I'm really not too interested in this. I like what they've done with it. I like the idea. The box is alright. I just don't see it being successful. It's going very slowly. And there's no number cards. There's no ace of spades. Not really. I think those jokers, from what I can tell, I guess that's what those are. And then again, no back design, from what I can tell. By the way, if you want a wax seal, it's 76 bucks. If you want a t-shirt, it's 27 bucks. If you want a hoodie, it's 72 bucks. You can get 3 for 55 bucks each, but one is 72 bucks. This is not a Playboy sweatshirt. It should not cost that much. I could see 20 bucks or 25 bucks for a hoodie, but 72 bucks? You gotta be kidding me. And then the decks, the price is not bad, but it is Australian, so that currency could be a little bit. I mean, the slick playing cards that I mentioned before, those ones are a little bit pricey. I think they want £9 each, plus 5 or 6 pounds for shipping. That adds up. If it's $9 each, that's fine. But when you're talking pounds, that's almost twice the cost. So it's pretty pricey. And then the bicycle comic cards from Kobe Pyle and Home Run Games. 4 days left. That one is funded. Independence by Jackson Robinson. 7 days left. That one is funded if you didn't get it before. There is another new deck. It's storyteller cards. Fantasy storyteller cards. They're really weird, but they could be used as regular playing cards to be honest. I wouldn't use them personally. I'm not going to get them. But what it is every card has a different. These cards can be used to, like, for games, I guess, and also to inspire creativity. Bring your fantasy to life with elves, wizards, gold, 20-sided dice, all sorts of stuff. So each card has basically a different index in every corner. One has a